Year after year, travelers on whirlwind trips through Europe rush through Belgium and the Netherlands on their way to spend a couple of days in Amsterdam. Or they just skip these countries altogether for more popular spots like Germany or Italy or France. But slow down and you'll discover these two countries are rich in history, full of life, and offer their own quirks and cultural uniquenesses that deserve to be savored. My family and I just wrapped up a 2-week trip through Belgium and the Netherlands, and in this video, I want to share our exact itinerary to help you get the most out of your visit. We'll cover things like where to stay, tips on activities and day trips, as well as transportation from point to point. The basic route we followed is an open jaw starting in Brussels and ending in Amsterdam, which is convenient because both of those are major international hubs that should be relatively easy to find flights in and out of. We began our itinerary in Brussels and hit Ghent and Bruges, and then passed through Antwerp on our way to the Netherlands, where we stayed in Leiden, Haarlem, and Amsterdam. And I'll mention several other destinations throughout this video. So why don't we dive in? We caught an overnight flight from the USA to Belgium's vibrant capital, Brussels. Often seen as just a stopover, Brussels is a city that truly deserves a visit. Be sure to check out Grand Place, where the ornate, gilded buildings make you feel like you're stepping into a living postcard. And just a short walk away, you'll find the very famous Mannequin Piss statue, which captures the city's playful spirit. For food lovers, Brussels is a paradise. Crispy frites with mayo, fresh mussels, some of the world's finest chocolate, and the waffles here can't be missed either. For beer enthusiasts, Delirium Cafe is a must-visit, offering an unparalleled selection of brews in a lively setting that's perfect for unwinding after a day of exploration. The city is also home to the European Union headquarters, giving it a unique blend of old-world charm and modern significance. As you wander through the cobblestone streets, make time to visit the Church of St. Nicholas or venture out to the Royal Palace and the stunning Cinquantenaire Park with its triumphal arch. Brussels is a lively city with a lot happening. On our trip, we even stumbled across a Renaissance fair. We used free night awards to stay at the Marriott Grand Place, which was very nice, and the location was great for exploring the city. But it is right next to the Bourse, so double check before your trip if any events are going on because that square can get a little loud at night. From here, we caught a 30-minute train to one of our favorite stops of the entire trip, Ghent. Often overshadowed by its more famous neighbor Bruges, Ghent doesn't get the same amount of hype or foot traffic, but it's a city that's refreshingly real and wonderfully laid back. This university town has a vibe that's both historic and youthful. It's a place where real people live, and that's increasingly hard to find in more touristy destinations. We rented an apartment from a local family, and it was the perfect base for our stay. The view from our place overlooked the Vrijdagmarkt, which is a bustling city square with deep historical roots. The square has been the heart of Ghent for centuries, with a lively Friday morning market that shows the city's mix of old and new. One of our favorite spots to unwind was De La Griet, a cozy bar just off the square where you can find hundreds of varieties of Belgian beer on tap. Don't skip the cheese plate here. It paired perfectly with the local brews. Ghent has plenty of sights to see, from the imposing Gravenstein Castle to the stunning St. Babo's Cathedral. But the real joy of this city is found in simply strolling. We loved wandering down Ghent's Graffiti Street, which is an alley filled with ever-changing street art, and exploring Oudberg Street, just a short walk from our apartment. To me, Ghent feels less like a tourist destination and more like a city you can just slow down, enjoy a good meal, and just be. For this entire 2-week trip, I wanted to pack just one carry-on sized backpack, which meant I needed to be pretty strategic about what I packed. Now, it's established that merino wool is a great way to cut down your packing list. And the reason is the natural properties of merino make it antibacterial and odor resistant, which means it can be reworn without washing. Now, I know that's not for everyone, but merino is a great travel material because it's temperature regulating, quick drying, and fairly wrinkle resistant. My go-to source for merino wool clothing is Unbound Merino, and I've been buying from these guys for years, since before we even had this channel. It seems like a lot of the other merino companies out there are really focused on outdoorsy and kind of a hiking sort of aesthetic, and I like that Unbound Merino is 100% focused on travelers, just like us. Their pieces are simple yet classy, and they work just as well for sightseeing as they do for cocktails. Check out Unbound Merino at the link below and use the code AWAYTOGETHER to get 10% off your order. Big thanks to our friends at Unbound Merino for sponsoring this video. Now, Ghent is very well situated for easy day trips, so let's talk about a couple. If you're interested in World War I history, a day trip to Flanders fields would be worth it. This region, dotted with serene cemeteries, memorials, and preserved trenches, is a stark reminder of the battles that took place here over a century ago. It's a poignant and reflective experience that will help you gain an understanding of the war's impact, not just on the soldiers who fought, but on the entire region. Another excellent day trip from Ghent is Bruges. It's only a 30-minute train ride, and it's like stepping into a fairy tale with cobblestone streets, winding canals, and medieval charm. From the train station, you can walk to the market square where the towering belfry invites you to climb 366 steps for panoramic views of the city. The city's compact size makes it easy to explore in one day. Wander through Berg Square and take in the impressive Gothic architecture, or visit the Basilica of the Holy Blood for a glimpse of its intricate design. A canal ride offers a unique perspective of Bruges as you glide through its scenic waterways, passing under charming bridges and alongside medieval buildings. Though Bruges can be touristy, and we're very pleased with our decision to base ourselves in Ghent instead, the atmosphere and the sights do make Bruges a storybook destination that truly lives up to the hype. After leaving Ghent, it was time to begin making our way to the Netherlands. But on our way, we passed through one more place in Belgium, Antwerp. Antwerp is a city that dazzles. It's known globally as the diamond capital of the world. Travelers are captivated by Antwerp's stunning architecture, including the magnificent Central Station. Often referred to as the Railway Cathedral, Antwerp's Central Station is hailed as one of the most beautiful train stations in the world. It blends Gothic, Neo-Renaissance, and Art Nouveau architecture. We were supposed to simply change trains here. However, we opted to turn this into a stopover of a couple of hours to explore the train station and visit the zoo next door. Just steps away from the station, literally, Antwerp's zoo is one of the oldest and most renowned zoos in the world. It's compact, but it's very well maintained. I was personally surprised at the sheer array of animals in such a small but beautifully landscaped setting. And I'm not sure if it's because we arrived basically when the zoo was opening or what, but all the animals were very awake, they seemed healthy and vibrant, and we were very glad that we stopped. Our daughter loved it. Then it was time to collect our bags, hop on the train, and step into the quiet charm of Leiden. Leiden embodies the essence of Dutch life without the crowds of more touristy destinations. Often described as a smaller, quieter version of Amsterdam, the city is a place where you can slow down and soak in the beauty of the Netherlands at a leisurely pace. We stayed in an apartment owned by a local family, complete with a 100-plus-year-old windmill in the backyard. A truly unique and authentic experience. Waking up to this view out the back door in the morning and getting a personal tour of the working sawmill made our stay in Leiden even more memorable. Leiden is very relaxed. We loved exploring the local markets and trying great food while walking along the tranquil canals that crisscross the city. The city's location also makes it an excellent base for day trips to nearby cultural gems like The Hague, with its royal palaces and rich museums, and Delft, renowned for its blue and white ceramics and serene canals. Although Leiden itself isn't packed with major tourist attractions, this cozy and charming city offers a slice of Dutch life that feels refreshingly authentic and unhurried. Next, we're headed to Haarlem. Just a short train ride away from Amsterdam, Haarlem invites you to slow down and savor the simple pleasures of life. The heart of Haarlem is the Grootmarkt, and it's surrounded by beautiful historic buildings, including the impressive Grote Kerk, which adds to the city's picturesque atmosphere. Wandering through Haarlem streets, you'll discover boutique shops, cozy cafes, and local markets that create a welcoming and vibrant ambiance. One of the highlights of our visit was dining under a windmill on the Sparn River, a truly unique experience that perfectly encapsulated the city's blend of history and modern-day charm. Haarlem's rich history is also on display at the Corrie ten Boom House. That's a museum that offers a poignant insight into the city's past during World War II. With its accessible layout, Haarlem is easy to explore on foot or bike, and it's a delightful destination to experience Dutch culture at a leisurely pace. And now, onto our final stop, the grand finale, the Venice of the North, home of iconic canals, historic houses, and a thriving cultural scene. Amsterdam. We spent 4 days here immersing ourselves in the city's unique blend of history, culture, and culinary delights. Amsterdam greeted us with some of the most amazing food we had on our entire trip. One culinary experience not to miss is the rijsttafel. It's an Indonesian feast that offers a variety of small, flavorful dishes, and it's a true testament to Amsterdam's diverse food scene. We even tried the local specialty, or at least I did, pickled herring. This is definitely not for everyone, but it's definitely an experience. To get our bearings for the city, we followed the Rick Steves City Walk, which was an excellent way to see the city's highlights and hidden gems. Amsterdam's canals are as beautiful as they are iconic, providing the perfect backdrop for leisurely strolls or boat rides. We also loved exploring the Jordan neighborhood. Its narrow streets and charming boutiques gave us a true taste of Amsterdam's character. Of course, no visit to Amsterdam would be complete without a stop at the Anne Frank House, a profoundly moving museum that offers a glimpse into the history of World War II. We stayed in the De Pijp area, which, while still expensive, was more cost-effective than other parts of the city. One of the surprises of our visit was the fantastic Science Museum. It was a great, kid-friendly attraction that offered a fun and educational experience. Amsterdam provided a memorable and very satisfying conclusion to this trip, and it situated us well for a flight home. I really hope this video was of value to you. If you're planning your own trip to Belgium and the Netherlands and you want to know exactly how I packed for this trip, be sure to check out this video. Thank you so much for watching. Happy travels.